Welcome to Gaming Top Down. Today we're going to be unboxing Spectral from Ryan Courtney and Bitewing Games, along with the mini expansion that adds some, I think, curses and gems that are more valuable but harder to get. So yeah, very excited to try this one out. It's a deduction game where you're placing pieces in the hallways between two rooms to try to get as many treasures as you can and avoid curses. So let's go down to the table and see what's inside this box. Okay, here on the table we have the game. It's quite a bit smaller of a box than I thought it might be. I like a small box size, so kind of excited about that. Guess I should show you the back maybe first. There's the back of the box. 2 to 5 players, 30 minutes. Ages 14 plus is recommended here. I'm guessing just because of the deduction in one room giving you a clue about another room. Might be a little tricky for younger kids. I really like Ryan Courtney's designs. I have Trailblazers and Curious Cargo are two of my favorites of his. All right, so we start here with a bunch of wooden pieces, pencils, cards. Usually the rule book is on top, but that is not the case here. So we're going to get down to the rule book, and then we'll look at everything else after. And I guess it'll be kind of nice to have everything out of here. All right, here's the rule book, finally. Nice linen finished rule book. Here's all of the pages, objective, components, setup. When playing with 2 or 3 players, it's slightly different. How to put your explorers or treasure hunters, I guess, between the different rooms. How the different glyphs operate. Some are reflection or diagonal glyphs. Recording information in your player pad. Some examples. Game end scoring. And awarding gems and points for your leftover treasure explorers. And then there are some advanced modules with advanced cards you can use at the end for flip, swap, and freeze. And on the back it shows you how those work. It's pretty simple, but looks like a good rule book there. There are 5 of these player pads, and I wonder if, how I want to do this. If I could like laminate a couple of the sheets inside the book, that probably wouldn't. I don't even know how I'd do that to get it through the machine anyway, so I'll probably just have to laminate a couple of these after I print off some extras online or something. But they're double-sided and there's quite a few of them. They look really nice. I like the spiral bound look to them as well. You got the red lucky aces, kind of the teal paranormal posse. Probably 30 double-sided sheets in them, I would guess. I haven't counted, but that would be my guess. Light green, Revenant Syndicate. Blue, I guess it's kind of a purple. Fortune, Falconers? Yeah. Reminded me of Carmine Falcone, so I didn't know how to pronounce that. Phantom Bandits in orange. Those are cool spiral bound notebooks for that. Got a pencil for each one. Probably need to throw a sharpener or 2 in this box as well. And then these are 4 sleeves that you shuffle the A cards and put them in a sleeve. Then you shuffle the B cards, put them in one of these sleeves. Then you shuffle the sleeves. And then you set them up and pull the cards out into a row next to these sleeves. So you don't know which set of cards, A, B, C, or D, make up each row. So some help there with shuffling. Got some cardboard tokens. This is the retail version of the game, not the ultra fancy one. So this doesn't come with the glass dome like acrylic gems. Instead, it has cardboard ones, but that's, just fine for me. I think the joy from this game comes from the deduction probably more than anything. But that super fancy version with the play mats and those glass dome gems does look very nice. So 2 sheets of those, 1 sheet of curse tokens, and these 2 that mark the center line of the grid for the reflection glyphs to help with that. Then let's look at the wooden pieces before we look at the cards. Basically, just 5 different colors of player pieces and some rubble pieces that you use in 2 and 3 player games that go in some of the hallways. And you have to send at least 4 workers to a spot to clear the rubble and stake your claim in that hallway. So some of those. And then starting here with the green, I do like that the different colors are also different shapes. So this one kind of has the diagonal lines on the top for green, and this bluish purple is a rounded top. Again, just probably helps with color blindness, and I know someone that is affected with that and loves playing board games, so I love it when they go the extra mile, make a slightly different shape or pattern or something to help with that. Orange ones here are rounded, but then have the flat portions on the right and left. And then kind of maroon color here is somewhat rounded with a point at the top. And then the teal one is, what would you call that? Kind of pointed at the top. I don't know, it kind of looks like the roof of a house, maybe. So cool that they went with different shapes for all of those as well. All right, last up are these cards before we look at the mini expansion. Okay, here are the cards. I will probably end up sleeving these since the integrity of the cards has got to be very important in a game like this, where these cards are the rooms in like the haunted house you're exploring, and you don't want any marks or scuffs to show up on them, especially. That would give you or anyone else playing a clue as to what the card is. But just pretty simply show these. I think they're pretty basic cards, and then the 12 at the end should be kind of the advanced ones. They're cards that show where a treasure is, cards that show where a curse is, and then the arrows and the red lines kind of surrounding it show where. So this room indicates that there's a treasure 2 rooms clockwise from that room, either in the inner square or the outer square of the 4x4 grid. This one is a reflection across the midpoint. Let's see, and I feel like there is one more. Oh yeah, this one here is the opposite corner in the quadrant. So not the opposite corner on the other side of the board, but in the quadrant. So by looking at the cards, you get some hidden information that, oh, and then this one is diagonal 2 away from the card you're looking at. And then these are the fancy ones. They're like a different shade of red and have a different symbol in there for swap that lets you change the location of a card. Freeze that lets you freeze a card, so I guess it can't be moved. Or I think it actually, a card that's frozen gets the cursor treasure instead of it being shifted however many spaces away like normal. And there's one more in here, but those are the 12 kind of advanced cards as well. Game also comes with a bunch of extra baggies. That's everything in the retail box. Okay, and then the mini expansion here is just this baggie full of a few more things. So let's open that up, see if I can find the rules card first. Oh, it's right here. Spectral mini expansion has 4 expansion cards, 3 rare treasure tokens that are 36 points each. That's crazy. 1 extra curse token. And do not include the advanced modules when playing with this expansion. And how it changes the rules here. It's a very small little extra rule book. Love that. Then there are, is that it? Other than, yeah, there's a few extra cards for this. Okay, and they look like this. And I haven't read like the logic rules for these, but I think you have to cross-reference multiple of them to determine where the very valuable treasures are. So they kind of give you a X and Y axis, it looks like, of the different colors of ultra rare, treasure, and the extra curse. And then this mini expansion does come with the cool glass dome pieces. So anytime I play with that, that'll be a cool little touch. I don't know if you can see them super well, but they're big and domed under that glass. That curse looks very cool in there as well, and they're worth 36 points when I think 12 points is the most normally. It looks like it. Maybe there's if you have multiple gems on the same room, then I guess it could be to 24 or 36, but this one being 36 by itself is kind of bonkers. But that is everything in the mini expansion as well. So that's going to do it for this unboxing of Spectral. Let me know in the comments if you have played this game. I'm very excited to try it. I'm really into deduction games lately with Tiwanaku and Bomb Busters and Shipwreck Arcana. And I feel like there's even I just ordered Chronologic. It hasn't gotten here yet. So really into deduction right now, and I've heard this great one. Really like Bitewing's games so far and Ryan Courtney's design, so this one seemed like a one I kind of had to try. Let me know in the comments if you played it, and thanks so much for watching this unboxing here on Gaming Top Down. Thank you so much for watching this video. As most of you know, Gaming Top Down is an independent endeavor. I don't accept money from publishers for previews or opinion-related content, but there are a few ways that you can support the channel and help me keep the lights on. Liking this video and subscribing to the channel helps me to grow. If you're thinking of getting a game that I covered in this video, please click the affiliate link in the description of this video. It helps to support me and doesn't add any cost to your purchase. I also do a weekly gaming podcast where I talk about the board games that I'm playing along with my brother. You can check that out on Apple's podcasts and on Spotify. And you can also get that podcast 3 days early over on our Patreon. You can follow the Patreon at patreon.com/supergamebrothers completely for free. But if you do support us over there, you get some extra perks like being able to write into the show, getting early access to the show, voting on the games that I'm going to cover and review, and lots of other fun stuff. Thanks so much for your support, for liking and commenting on my videos. You really are what helped keep the lights on for me. Thank you.